Ladies and gentlemen, Hollywood Joe here again. The last week or so has been really annoying to me in terms of what's going on in the WNBA. All of a sudden, there's more talk about, you know, inclusivity versus exclusivity in terms of who should be playing in the WNBA. So much so that there are now political rallies before the games and even during the games. It's become very political. And honestly, like I know there was a media member a few years ago that told LeBron to shut up and dribble. And you know what? Looking back on it now, maybe that media person was right. I don't always agree with the media, but I will say this. When I watch sports, I don't want to hear about politics. I don't want to hear, yes, some social issues are good. Some social issues do need to be addressed. But this is the WNBA. The W standing for women, plain and simple. Women. Why can't we focus on the women who are currently playing, who are currently getting paid more than they ever have, who are currently getting more viewers than they ever have, the women who are having more of their games being attended than they ever have? Why can't we focus on what is going on the court, the WNBA product? And I'm telling you right now, the more that this carries on, the more it continues to take place, we're going to see the self destruction of the WNBA. In fact, I think we're witnessing the self destruction of the WNBA because there are a lot of women that are taking abuse verbally and even physically on the court. And there's not a lot being done about it. I don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, whatever it may be. When you're on the court and you're playing the game, everybody deserves to be treated fairly. There are a lot of women on the court right now that are achieving some very great things on the court statistically, and we're not talking about it. We're talking about all this other garbage that's taking place in the press conferences, that are taking place outside the arena, that are taking place because the news media wants to stir the pot and try to make it a racial issue as well. It's not just a sexual identity issue, it's a racial issue as well. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know about you, but maybe I'm in the minority on this. But if it continues, I just won't support the product. I don't really care. Like I'll admit, I admire what Caitlin Clark has done throughout her career. I admire what she does on the court. What she does on the court is what she is paid to do for a living. She's not paid to take a political stand. She's not paid to take a social stand. She is paid to play basketball. And that is what people should be focusing on with Caitlin Clark, with Sophie Cunningham, with Angel Reese, with whoever else is wearing a WNBA jersey. That is what we should be focusing on. All this other noise, and that's what it is. It's noise, it's garbage, it's a distraction, it's becoming divisive, even for sports fans. Like, come on, people. Sports are supposed to bring people together. Sports are supposed to make you forget about the everyday struggle that people go through. It is a welcomed and friendly distraction from all the stresses of life. But why would I tune in if all I'm going to hear about is, oh, well, this person should play, or that person should play, or this person is wrong, or that person is wrong? Why do I want to hear about that? So I'm telling you right now, like, if this keeps going the way it's going, I could see the WNBA being non existent or very irrelevant within the next 5 years. I could see it happening because people are going to get sick of it. I know I'm sick of it. But people are going to get fed up and turn the channel. They have done, prior to this year, they were doing a great job of really starting to build the league up and really starting to garner some attention. But the more I hear about, sexual identity and racism and, what the fans are doing, the more I don't want to watch. So again, maybe the media member who told LeBron to shut up and dribble years ago, maybe that media member was right, because at least that media member wasn't really trying to stir up controversy or wasn't really trying to stir up division. He just wanted to focus on sports or whatever. And that's what I like to do. I like to focus on sports. I like to focus on statistical achievements and accolades. That is what I like to focus on. And like I said, the way we're going, 10, 15, maybe 20 years from now, we're going to turn on Vice TV and we're going to see episodes called Dark Side of the WNBA or The Self-Destruction of the WNBA, because that's exactly where we're headed, folks. So brace yourselves, because if someone like Caitlin Clark decides that she's had enough, and I'm not saying Caitlin Clark is bigger than the sport, but she has brought a lot of eyes to the sport. If she ever gets to the point where she's had enough and she leaves the WNBA, I guarantee her ratings aren't going to be there. Viewership ain't going to be there. Advertisers aren't going to be there. TV deals aren't going to be there. Attendance isn't going to be there. Like I said, I know she is not bigger than the league itself. I know it takes everybody to make the league successful. But recognize what you have in front of you and appreciate it. So, again, let's just hope we're not going to witness the self-destruction of the WNBA.